you're saying women don't have institutional or systemic power?
No, I'm not saying they don't have any. I'm saying there's definitely...
As compared to men?
Yes, as compared to men.
Well, then how do you reconcile... So I already made this argument before. Mm-hmm. In the higher education system, every single university has a women's study, a feminist study program, mm-hmm. which perpetuates the feminist ideology. So, and not just in the university...
Have you ever taken a feminist studies class?
Hold on. Not just in the university system, but in corporations, in media, in government, feminism is the status quo.
I mean, I think that's a reaction to the historical discrimination against women. It's not elevating them above men, it's elevating them to their level.
But
it's the same thing as like we were talking about policies.
Who holds the power?
Men. And I think
not feminists?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I know that you think that, but I disagree.
But okay, so if men hold all the power, then...
I didn't say they hold all the power. I'm saying that women cannot, like, on a broad level, discriminate, like... there is no institutional discrimination against men by women.
It sounds like you're trying to say it's just kind of like a man's world. It favors men.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like subjected to any sort of like, discrimination on a personal level, but as a whole, men do hold more institutional power than women. I mean, look at our politicians. We have plenty of women, but we've never had a female president. I mean, that's kind of surface level.
Apex fallacy.
Apex fallacy. Okay.
It's an apex.
All right.
It's an apex fallacy.
Sure.
Wait a second. There's more women in the voting pool than there are men. We don't have a female president. Isn't that on you?
Wait, hold on. You're saying women just got the right to vote?
Not like
what year
immediately.
What year did women get the right to vote?
I don't have that knowledge. I think it was the 1900s.
My understanding is there are no women alive in the United States who never had the right to vote.
But we do have our
I'm
mothers
pretty
and
sure
our
if my math
grandmothers
checks out.
telling us to utilize this right.
What's that?
I said we have our mothers and our grandmothers telling us to utilize this right.
I mean, but also if we're looking...
Your mom and grandmother could vote.
Yeah, I'm saying that they were telling...
What?
People my age to utilize the right.
What's your argument?
Like my mother and my grandmother are like, you should vote. That's what I'm saying.
Cool, I guess.
I'm saying that we have like the pressure from our elders.
But again, all these universities with their $100 million endowments, and these universities are steeped in feminist ideology.
What effect is that having on men's lives?
Massive. What effect is holy shit?
Like materially, not like men are sad because of it. I mean, like what actual real effects that are sustained and will last throughout history? What effect is that having?
Well, the biggest effect is the reproduction crisis, which has happened as a direct result of women's liberation and especially the sexual revolution, which has taken responsibility off of women to the point where 16-year-old women don't know that a P and a V leads to babies. What's happened also is that you have seen, as a result of this crazy-ass sexual revolution, abortion skyrocket. You've seen
how is abortion an effect on men?
You've seen women's liberation lead. All ends lead to a reproductive crisis inside of the nation.
How is the reproductive crisis in effect only for men? How is that something that only affects men?
It's not something that only affects men.
That's what I was asking. What's an effect of feminist studies classes, a real material effect on men's lives that only affects men and is significant and can sustain into the future? How is it negatively impacting men?
The draft would be something I could point to immediately.
The draft is not a result of feminist studies classes. The draft existed long before feminist studies.
Do you want the answer or not?
Well, you're wrong. Your answer is incorrect.
How do you know? I haven't explained my answer.
Feminist studies classes existed after the draft, so you can't say that's a result of feminist
studies. So what?
Studies.
They have not addressed the draft as they have addressed women's liberation.
How many feminist studies classes have you taken?
Why is it so still to this day? Hey, stop. Let me explain. Why is it still to this day that when it comes to the draft, women can avoid it and men cannot?
Well, you're the one saying that women are just physiologically different. Do you think we could adequately defend ourselves in war?
No, which is why I don't think you should have equal rights to men.
Okay. I mean, if you don't think women should have equal rights to men, then we can't really engage on a equal level.
Why can't we engage on it?
You don't think I should have equal rights to you? How am I supposed to engage with you?
And why is there a moral imperative that you must?
That I must have equal rights or that I must engage with you?
That you must have equal rights. First of all,
There's no moral
let's start
imperative.
with this. Let's
all
start
rights
with
are
this.
up for debate.
My position is that rights do not exist. They're
they don't.
social construction, a product of the mind.
Absolutely, I agree with you on that.
Good, great. You agree with me. Why is there a moral imperative that you have equal rights to men who defend you while you sleep?
There is
What
none.
war are you in?
There is none.
What
there is
draft
none.
have you been in? How are
I'm
you
sorry?
protecting me in my daily life? What have you individually done?
Well, let's assume that I've individually done nothing, that it would have no merit in the argument whatsoever.
What about women who choose to enlist in the military despite not being in the job? I just think we should move on to a different topic. We're not getting anywhere
I'm sure
with
you
this.
that. I'm sure that you do.
I'm
sure that you do.
Back to the moral thing, there is no moral imperative. I would agree with you that rights do not exist. That's something we agree upon as a society. There's no inherent moral imperative that everyone has equal rights. There's no imperative that any race has equal rights. That's something we debate on and we decide. And I am of the opinion that it is unfair, it's unjust for women to not have equal rights. You can disagree.
Yeah, but so what? Who cares if you think that?
Who cares
What
if you
makes it
think
a
they
moral,
shouldn't?
What makes it a moral imperative? Just
I have already
consensus?
said there is no moral imperative. There's nothing
There
inherent
is no moral
in being
imperative.
alive
So we
that
just
gives
do it
anyone
off
rights.
of consensus?
Sorry?
We just do it off of consensus?
I mean, yeah, essentially, it's like a
And do you
political
think
rights
we
are a
should
political
do it off of
process.
consensus?
I would disagree. I believe in democracy, but
Do you,
can-
so
we
you
can
think we
disagree.
should do things off of a consensus?
yeah, that's what I said.
So what if the democratic order arbitrarily lowered the age of consent to 16 or 15 or 14?
I think there are states where it's 16. I don't know.
Yep.
But let's assume that it was younger. Do you think that we should adhere to the democracy because that's what the consensus is?
If you believe in democracy, yes. I mean, in Japan,
What if it
it's
was
13.
10? Should we do that?
I would not. I would vote against that, and I might even move out of
Yeah,
the country.
but why? What's the moral imperative? You just said there's no moral imperative, and we should follow what the consensus says. So if the consensus said
I said
it
there's
should
no
be
moral
10,
imperative
why
for-
is it
for
that
rights.
it shouldn't be 10?
Well, because I think can I say?
Because
I feel like this is a topic that might go
Can you-
into.
Can make a different
fair
argument,
enough.
Andrew?
Okay, let's assume it the other way. Let's just assume it a different way.
Okay.
Why is it then that if the consensus was that you could have sex with a dead body?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Andrew.
God.
Is this
No, this is TOS fine.
Why do you
If that was
hate
the
women
consensus,
so much?
Why do you
is
read
it?
about
No,
having
stop!
sex
Don't
with
interrupt!
a
Don't
body?
interrupt! Don't interrupt! She can speak for herself. If that was the consensus, why shouldn't we do it?
I would just disagree
Bro.
personally. If that's the consensus,
That's it.
if no,
you
if
would just disagree. There's no moral
That's
imperative
how-
to not screw a dead body.
Because we need to honor
there is
the
a moral
dead.
imperative to not do that, I will
What
take
is
a
it?
stand on
What
that.
is it?
I don't know. It's
The-
wrong.
It is.
You don't
because
know. You don't fucking know what the moral imperative
The
is to
moral
not screw a
imperative
dead
is you
body.
honor the dead. That's the moral.
What's
imperative.
that?
You honor the dead.
But why
it's
is that a
gross,
moral
I don't know.
imperative?
You're supposed to have honor for the dead. You're not supposed
Why
to
is that a moral
disrespect the dead.
imperative?
I
Because
mean,
philosophy.
everyone
I don't
has
know.
different morals. There is no universal moral imperative
If
for
there's no
anything.
universal morals, then what's wrong with people screwing dead bodies, lady?
It's against my morals. I don't know.
So it's just your arbitrary. There's no moral
All
ground.
morals are
It is
so
the
if a
arbitrary.
collective
society-
moral.
All
so,
morals
so
are
just to get this
arbitrary.
right, I want to make sure I get this right.
Yeah.
If a society, which is a democracy, votes that people are allowed to screw dead bodies, you have nothing other than I personally disagree with that
I
to
would
justify
move.
why
I
they
just wanna
shouldn't
take
I
do
would.
that.
I would
Moment.
move. I
Hold on,
think.
let her answer.
Okay.
I think I would leave the country. I don't think I would like to live in a country
Yeah,
where
I know, but
necrophilia
answer
was
my
legal.
question. You have nothing other than me. My personal opinion. This is bad, right? That's it. That's your entire moral justification. So all of human morality for you comes from your brain, and that's it.
I mean, my personal morality does, and then we all
Yeah. So
collectively
what's
discuss.
the moral imperative? Why they shouldn't do that?
I genuinely have never thought about necrophilia. I'm sorry that
I
you
have
love
no idea.
thinking
You
about
have no
it,
clue.
but yeah,
So
I
if a
don't
guy
know.
goes out in another country, and he digs up grandma, and he bangs grandma's corpse,
My
can you
grandma
give me
was
a moral
cremated.
argument for why that's wrong?
I would. No, honestly, I just know it's wrong.
This
I
is
mean,
fucking unreal. You progressives suck so bad. You
how is that?
suck.
Are you
All right.
are you pro necrophilia? Are
No,
you
the
pro?
opposite.
You don't. You
I
don't
have
have a
moral
more.
justification. I have epistemological
yelling?
grounding
Okay,
for
well,
why
you're
I would
Christian.
be
I'm
against
not.
something like that. You just got done saying to me, literally, you have no moral justification for why someone shouldn't dig up grandma and screw them. That's literally what you just said.
It's wrong. That's my moral justification.
What's your moral justification?
It's wrong. I personally
Based
believe
on?
it's wrong. Based on my own morals. I mean, it's
Right,
circular
so
reasoning,
you
but
are
that's
the
all I have.
arbiter of all of human morality?
No, that's what
So
democracy
then
is.
there's no epistemic justification. It's circular.
No.
It's wrong because it's wrong because it's wrong because it's wrong because it's wrong.
Yeah, and you could do the exact, because, I mean, I believe you're a Christian, and that's your
Oh
epistemology.
yes. Would you like to get into epistemological foundations for why
I would
it is
love
that
to, but I
the
don't think anyone
Christian
else. I don't
worldview
think anyone
is
else would
far
like to.
better than anything that you just said. You just said you could dig up grandma and bang her. And
You're
that
the one
only
that
thing
said
preventing
that.
was
You're
that I just
putting words in
disagree.
her mouth.
I would rather not
Why
talking
are
about
you-
digging up grandmas and banging them, because I'm
Are you
personally.
a grandma banger?
I'm not.
Are you
If we're gonna accuse anyone of being a grandma banger, I would say let's accuse Andrew.
MILF.
A gilf?
My grandma was beautiful, but please don't do that to her.
awkward?
It's bad because it's bad. The good is the good, and the bad
mean,
is
yeah,
the
God
bad.
is real 'cause
It's
God is
all-
real.
All
Like,
of it's
what?
arbitrated. But if
Absolutely.
your
Life
mind
is
of what
arbitrary.
is
I don't
your
know what you want me to
personal
say.
disagreement-
I think philosophy and morality is
You know
subjective.
what? Actually have a proposal here. Andrew's going to be coming in studio next week. Maybe you guys have like, I don't know if you're down, Andrew. You guys should just do a one-on-one debate.
Oh my.
Why? She would lose in 15 minutes. It was 15 minutes.
Sounds like you're scared.
Oh, are you down? You down?
Oh,
Let's
no,
do it.
happily. You want to go in studio, have a 1v1 debate where nobody
Are we
can
gonna be able
interrupt,
to be
I can't get
equally
sidetracked, I
prepared?
can
Are
actually
we gonna-
grill you, you can grill me back, sure.
Are we gonna be allowed to?
It'll be well moderated. It'll be yeah. He's very nice. He's a sweetheart in person.
I can
He's a
tell.
sweetheart, right, Andrew?
Sure.
There you go.
Sure.
Let me check my work schedule. I'll think about it though.
Okay, think
I'm
about
down.
it. But I
I'm
think
down.
it would just also for the sake of tonight's
Yeah,
show.
well, I
Yeah,
would say
there's
your
too
chances
much-
of showing
too
up
much
are
one-on-one.
0%. You should probably come up with some type of epistemology before you come into a debate with me, because if you can't answer why you shouldn't bang a dead body other than, it just gives me the ick,
I'll start reading
I think
some
you're going to have
Hegel.
a problem in this debate.
What do you
Touch
have
on
like
some
any
Sigmund
girlfriends?
Freud,
What
too.
if we like